My work is easy because I use ClickUp.
Hey guys and gals, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for hitting that play button. Appreciate the patience. Had to deal with a commercial there. Okay, I need to stop. Stuff like that, I don't know why it triggers me. It just does. I'm literally just starting a stream and it has to do that right at that moment. Can't it wait? Goodness gracious. Okay guys. Oh. Alright. Let me check the stream here quickly, make sure we're good. Probably are, but just want to make sure. Okay, guys. Oh. Yes. Alright, I think so. I think we're good. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Gotta get focused here. A little bit of a distraction. Telling you, it's a little bit of a distraction. Okay, so let's continue where we were, guys. Appreciate you being here. You're awesome. Chin up, keep positive, right, guys? You can do this. I believe in you, parents, and the parents' children, children's. Appreciate you being here. Doing this for you guys, those of you parents that are probably maybe homeschooling. Hopefully, you know, this is additional help and support for you guys. I understand the reason why, and I fully support you. And here we go. Let's continue. Okay, we were right here. We're on lengths of given objects. Okay, let's continue. Now, I don't know if you have a ruler or anything in front of you guys and gals. Get yourself a ruler, flat ruler, I guess. I have a triangular shaped ruler from when I was in college. It's kind of a drafting ruler. It's pretty awesome. So millimeters, let's learn the metric system, I guess, a little bit. We got a bit of the imperial system. Millimeters are small, guys. Same thing with centimeters. I think it's 10 millimeters in a centimeter. 1 meter is obviously a bit larger. 1 meter, for those of you that understand imperial, yeah, you could equate it to a yardstick. They're very close. There's only a 3-inch difference, but a meter is essentially 3'3", guys. Okay, a yardstick is exactly 3 feet, if I'm correct. So that's kind of the difference. A kilometer is kind of a fraction of a mile. have any, let's see, kilometer, just to give you an idea, kilometer to miles. Yeah, 5/8. Roughly, it's 5/8 of a mile. Okay? You guys understand that. I know you do. Okay? So there's some information there. I'm not really going to read it. I know you guys are intelligent, so stop the video. Don't leave. Just pause. Pause the video. Have a quick read. Reading's good. Okay, and let's continue. So here we are. They have kind of a ruler here. The ruler is, they have inches, so it's a 1 foot ruler. The object can be differentiated or compared by its length. Here's an image showing 3 centimeter length. Yeah, so there's a pencil. So this is 10 millimeters, okay? All right, so that's a millimeter. It's supposed to be 10 there, 2, 4, I'm not going to count, but it's supposed to be 10, right? That's a millimeter, pretty small. Obviously these are greater than signs. You guys hopefully have greater and less than understood. This is my little tip for you guys learning. If maybe you're still having difficulty remembering which one is which. If you've heard of Pac-Man, well, hopefully you have. It's pretty popular. It was at one time. I don't know about now, but I think of this as the mouth of Pac-Man. So just think if Pac-Man wants to eat the larger value. So whichever way it's going to eat, it's going to eat the larger value. Okay? You can see this is the larger one. That's the direction it's going. That's a pretty easy way to remember. Pac-Man wants to eat the largest value. Excuse me, guys. Okay, the above example is an illustration of how the object is compared by its length. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, right? Kilo is like, we'll go into a little diagram here. Let's see, I should have it here actually. I have this kind of mathematics formula sheet. It's my kids. And then you kind of have these conversion units. And then you're wondering, you're probably asking, what is this up here? What does it mean? So when I was in mathematics, I can't recall. I don't want to go on a tangent or a story, but my mathematics teacher liked to use what's called mnemonic devices. And this is how she helped me remember. Okay, so you have kilo, hecto, deca, the base units. So this is the middle. And then these are the smaller values. So kilos, like a kilometer is like, 5/8 of a mile, right? So that's a large distance, right? And then a millimeter, well, that's a really tiny distance, right? We just seen that on the ruler, right? Right here, right? That's pretty small. Like it's not even, I don't know how many, 10 hairs to make a millimeter? I don't know. Anyways, bear with me, guys. Okay, so what this is actually kilo, hecto, deca. Units is the center or the base. Deci, we don't use that a lot. We use centi and milli a lot. Deci or dec, whatever, it's not really, same thing with deca. We don't use those much. When you're talking about landscape or land area or whatever, I guess you'll see hecto. Anyways, so you understand. So here is, now try to remember this. This is the mnemonic device, okay? Kids help dad until dad calls mom. That's what it is, guys. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. Just keep repeating that in your mind. If you don't have this on your exam or whatever, that's how you remember. It's a little bit of a mnemonic device, if you will, I guess, to help you remember. Okay, kids help dad until dad calls mom. Just like that. And then we're going to go over the thing, how do you convert back and forth? What do you do? Okay, let's continue. I just wanted to show you that quickly. Okay, right, so 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So let's look at that. Here's a kilometer, kilo, equals 1,000 meters. So if you think of these as zeros, or a decimal position, that's what I do. Like people have a different method, multiply by 10, divide by 10. I do what's called decimal frog leap or hopscotch, right? So what I mean is, instead of doing all that multiply, divide stuff, if you know where the decimal is on a value, like for example the 1, the decimal's to the right. For 1,000, the decimal is after this last 0, right? It's the furthest to the right. So when you're converting, I do decimal jumps or leapfrog with the decimal. That's what I do. Okay, why go through all that extra mathematics work, dividing, multiplying, when you just literally have to just play hopscotch or leapfrog with the decimal? Okay, and I guess I could show you an example. Let's can I undo here? Control Z. Should be able to undo all this. This is kind of the old stuff. Let's just clean this all up, guys. We'll clean it all up. And so here we go. So let's say you had 1,000, right? And you're converting. Okay? The decimal's there. It's imaginary. You can put a 0 after if you want. But this is what you do. So I do like decimal leapfrog. 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's go to it. So if you wanted to know how many kilometers is 1,000 meters, I just showed you, right? It's 1 kilometer. So if we go look here quickly, we're going to a kilometer. So we go from the units, 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's how it's done. Right? Because it is meters, which is the units. Okay? I know that doesn't explain it very well, but if you look, let's go. I know I'm jumping back and forth here a lot, guys. I know. Right here, the meter. It's a meter. That's the units, right? A meter. So we're going from a meter to a kilometers. Okay, there. That explains it. Okay? So that's why it's 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's really that easy, guys. You're just playing hopscotch or leapfrog, if you want to, however you want to look at it, with the decimal value. Forget all that multiply, divide stuff. Let's make it easy, okay? Simplify it. Okay, so here we're going from centimeters to a meter. Okay, 100 centimeters, it says. It's 100 centimeters. How many meters in... Just trying to remember which one here I should be going to. How many centimeters in a meter? Okay, here's a meter. Here's a centimeter. Right? So it's 2 jumps. 1, 2. Okay, so you have 100 centimeters. What's the conversion to a meter? It's 1, 2 jumps. So 100, right? I could write it, and it's the same thing, right? 1 1, 2 jumps. So it's 1, right? You see that? It's really that easy, guys. And then millimeters to centimeters. Keep clicking the wrong one. Millimeters, which is here, to centimeters. It's just 1 jump. That's it. That's all you do. That's why you remember this. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. Right? And then you just write it on a scrap piece of paper, write down kilo, hecto, because you still have to remember these titles. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to change this video. I just want to stay focused on the learning and the instruction. I don't want to be distracted, right? I don't like being distracted. I really don't. Okay, so we're going from millimeters to centimeters. And really, it's only 1 jump. So 1 jump with the decimal point. That's it. And that's how easy that is to convert. We'll do some more examples if you guys like. Again, we could do the same thing. Grams to kilograms. It all kind of works the same. Grams. So it's the same thing. You can see it here, right? Grams to kilograms. It's 3 jumps. These aren't common, these ones here, right? The deci and the decas, they're not as common as the kilo and the centi and millis are, right? So you just need to know about it. Okay, same thing with here, right? Grams. How many grams? I know I'm kind of going back and forth. I have some examples right here, but it's the same thing. How many, if you have 1,000 grams, how many kilograms is that? It's 1, 2, 3 jumps. It's 1 kilogram. That easy. Decimal hopscotch. And then you have, of course, you have some extra conversions here too. It's good to know these values, right? These are common conversions. They're constant. Well, that's roughly estimated. If I go pounds to kilograms, that's actually the other way around. Kilograms to pounds. It is 2.20. So really it's close anyways. 0462. Depends on how many significant digits you want. We're at the tenths place, right? Because there's no such thing as once. Right, guys? This is the ones place here. This is the tenths. So it depends on how accurate you want to be, but it's 2.204. You really round, it's still 0. It doesn't get rounded up, so they would still be fairly accurate if you calculated it. Okay? And that's good for you guys that are learning the metric system. If you are in, if you understand, if you grew up or you're raised with the imperial system, this number here, that's how you know, right? It's kind of like speed, okay, velocity, kilometers to miles per hour. Okay. So here's how I do it. Let me go. It's the other way around. I want to be. It's kind of accurate, but here's where you want to remember. Let's go mph to kilometers per hour. Okay, 50 is the magic number. Okay, for you guys. Okay, if you're driving down the road and you're in Canadian land. And you're driving, of course, it's the metric system, so it's kilometers per hour. but you're used to driving, you know, in miles per hour. Well, just remember, 50 is 80. So 50 miles per hour is 80 kilometers per hour. So if you remember 50/80, that's essentially 5/8, guys. 5/8, right? So if the speed limit is 80 kilometers, just do 50 miles an hour, right? The value is lower, right? Same speed though. Okay, I know I'm getting on a tangent, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. Okay, let's see, where else are we? Let's just continue reading here. What else do we have? So these are some examples, right? I kind of went over, that's the gist of it when you're doing this. And it's all right here for you. Liters to kiloliters, milliliters. We don't say kiloliters. I mean, we don't go to the store and buy a kiloliter of milk. We don't. It's either a liter or a 2 liter. 2 liter is a gallon, roughly, guys, about the same size. They're not accurate, but it's pretty close. 2 liter is a gallon, roughly. Okay? Okay, let's continue. So I think that's it. That's money. So we're done with that. Let's get into something else. We are still kind of doing volume and stuff. And then we're going to get into temperature and Fahrenheit stuff next video. Okay, but we're going to continue with this capacity and volume, right? Because there's quite a bit to go over. Now I have, I guess I could share this. This is a good website if you need a quick converter. Calculator.net, right? It has everything here, to be honest. And so, I mean, if you're using this here, right, you can create, if you can memorize this, you don't really need to. Hopefully maybe your instructor gives you something like this, but we kind of, this is how I remembered it, right? And then I would just quickly write it down. I really didn't need to, I just need to remember that this is kilo, this is hecto, this is deca, this is the base or middle, you know, meter, gram, liter. You really just got to remember those. And then you know that these are the deci, centi, and milli, right? Okay. And then here you could actually do the conversions really quick. You could go, well, how many kilometers is a centimeter? Or how many centimeters in a kilometer? Quite a lot, right? And it's the same thing. If you're, how many centimeters is a kilometer? Well, let's look at it. Let me show you. Okay. It's this one here. How many centimeters in a kilometer? So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps, right? So it's 5 jumps with the decimal from centi to kilo. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, back to here. So it should be 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of squished in, but there's 5 jumps. I know there's 5 zeros there. Okay, but we're going from, it's kind of the opposite. We're going from kilo to centi. But if you're going from centi to kilo, it's the same thing. It really is. I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, same thing. So if we're going from, if we have, was it 100,000 centimeters? Right? What's that in kilometers? I know there you can tab to bring that stuff up, but I'm just so used to doing it that way. So we go 5 jumps with the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, which is 1 kilometer. Okay, but if you're not certain, this is a good little site, I guess. to help you figure that out quickly. Okay, I'm going to give you some more visuals here. Another site. I mean, try not to find sites that have a lot of spam. I don't know, ads or whatever. So this is just, I was doing a search for some information, and this is one of them that came up. Whether or not you go use the site or not for information, that's up to you. You don't have to. Okay, what are we at for time here? Okay, we're getting close. I feel like, you know, the time just goes by so quick. Okay, so here we go, going over gallons, right? A gallon, everybody could recognize this from the water cooler. That's quite a bit. A gallon? 4 quarts. Yeah, 4 quarts is a gallon. That makes sense. Because a quart is 4 liters, right? So there's 16 liters in a gallon, roughly. Okay. A U.S. liquid gallon is a unit of volume measurement commonly used in the United States for liquids. It's equivalent to approximately... There, see, I was close. You know, it was just an estimate in my brain, right? It's approximately 3.78, 3 3/4 liters, if you want. But that's, how many liters? That's a quart, right? Where did that come from? Okay, so I'm going to confirm this because I don't want to give wrong information. But logically in my head, quart to liter, 1 liquid US quart. We don't use quarts here a lot, so okay, so they're roughly the same. All right. Okay, liter to gallon. Let me just see that. 1 liter is basically a quarter of a gallon. See, that's what I had in my head, right? Which, if I go backwards, gallons to liters, it's, yeah, 1 U.S. liquid gallon is roughly 4 liters. 3 3/4. Okay, so that's why I was thinking, oh, okay, all right, okay, I was giving you guys the information incorrect, but that's what it is. Okay, this is correct, guys. Again, we don't use gallons over here, so that's my bad, right? I don't want to mess you guys up. I just think like a quart. I was thinking a quart was 4 liters, but I'm wrong. 1 gallon, yeah. Okay, all right. My apologies, guys, but at least we're on the right track. We got it right. 1 liter is a quarter gallon. Okay, it's 1 quarter. Okay. Visually, I just can't see that as, like, I think of that as, man, it looks like it's more than 4, what we would call 2 liters. I've got 2 liters in my brain, so I think of a quart as a 2 liter, which is wrong. Which is my apologies for that. Okay, let's get it organized in our head here. The information here you guys see is correct. Okay? Now, I know obviously you guys know your imperial system better than I do. In measurements, I understand measurements, but volumes or liquid, I don't know, we don't use it much. We're stuck with the metric system over here. Unfortunately, guys, all right? I apologize for that. Okay, U.S. liquid gallon, it's all right here. I'll let you guys read this, okay? A lot of you probably know this stuff. Okay, I just figured I'd show you some other examples. Okay, gasoline, you might purchase 10 gallons of gasoline. Again, purchase gas over here in liters. And it kind of sucks, I won't lie, all right? But that's what we're stuck with. I'm just going to keep my inside voice inside in regards to why that is, all right? Okay. This is just some reading information for you guys and gals. If you want to pause it and read it, I'll make sure maybe if you'd like, I guess I'll put the link up for you if you like. There's a lot of good information here. I should probably study it myself a little bit more. Normally I wouldn't go, well, how many milliliters is in a gallon? Like, obviously I would want to use liters, right? I need to, like, know in my head. That's why I said 4, because I knew it was roughly 4, right? That was the magic number I had stored in my brain right there. Okay, we wouldn't use milliliters. That's just crazy talk. Okay? Same thing with teaspoons. We wouldn't go, well, I'm going to get myself 256 teaspoons of gasoline today. We just wouldn't do that. But these are good numbers just to give you a rough idea in your head logically how much volume there is, right? All right. Okay, see, and then you got differences as well when you go to the UK. So, of course, I don't use any of that. So, all right, that's it for that. The website's there. Hopefully, you can find it. We're gonna finish up here, guys. Okay, and get back on track. All right, so what is the unit of conversion? All right, it's right there for you. Okay, we will, when we're doing cooking and baking, we do use cups. Okay, we use teaspoons. Like for us, even over here, this is common for us. Okay, but we don't normally go, I need an ounce of butter or a pound. A pound, we don't normally say that. What do we use over here for butter? Is it in? It's crazy. I'm gonna have to actually look at a thing. I just know the shape. I don't care. Other than that, what are dimensions? Dimensions of block of butter, I guess. Dimensions of a block of butter. A standard 1 pound block of butter is typically 4 3/4 and has variable heights. Okay, yeah. So in the north, 1 pound block of butter is equivalent to 4 sticks, 2 cups. Yeah, see, I think it comes in milliliters. They call it, I think. I'm going to have to confirm that. Let me just hang on a sec, guys. Give me 10 seconds. All right. I happen to have one in the fridge. I just bought one recently. It goes by grams, so mass. 454 grams. That's what it goes by. So I just know the shape. That's how much I need. I just grab it. And it's not cheap either. Keeping my inside voice inside. Okay. And then again with milk products, we don't normally say pint and quart. You guys are used to that over In the north, it's liters or 2 liters. I'll buy a 2 liter of milk, and I don't know why I'm thinking in my head that that's a quart. Quart to liters. Again, again, some of these numbers are a little bit confusing. 2 quarts is 2 liters. But how does that make even any sense? Because I'm getting a US liquid gallon equals 3.34 liters. Oh, goodness gracious. It's like I'm getting 2 different types of information here. Volume. Okay, one's volume. US liquid quart. And it's saying 0.94 or almost, it's like 95%. A liter, 1 liter, it's 95% of a US liquid quart, which is, you know, the liter is the 95%. And then if I click this other one, I'm getting US liquid gallon. Is that the same thing? US liquid quart. Okay, that's the difference. I'm getting quarts and gallons confused. That's what it is, guys. Okay. That's making more sense. A quart is a liter, roughly. Okay. I really need to use that more. I do. Okay, and this is the value I had in my brain. It's the gallon. I compare 4 liters to a gallon. That's what I do. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay. And of course, I never thought of this as a gallon. Like a water jug container. I'm assuming that's what it is. That's quite a lot, right? Like I don't see... visually in my head, I don't see... Like, I guess 4 liters. So 2... For me... 4 liters, that would be 2 liters of milk. 2 liters of milk doesn't seem like a lot in my brain. This would be a 1 liter to me. Okay? So a 2 liter is essentially a jug, right? In my head. So it's 2 jugs to fill one of these. It just, looking at this looks like it's more. Right? It just seems to me like it's more. Anyways, alright. That was kind of just bugging me in my head, so that's why I went over it again, guys. My apologies. So here's that thing that I was talking about earlier. They're dividing. Forget all this, guys. What a waste of time. This is just confusing you. Just play decimal hopscotch. Okay? That's all you need to do. It's way simpler in the brain. Okay? Okay? I don't want you guys to over confuse yourselves. Just gotta remember where centimeter or centi is. You just gotta remember where milli is. You just gotta remember where kilo is. That's all you need to do. Okay? I'm gonna kind of go through that one quickly. I mean, this here, it's got a bunch of different values. We don't use stone over here, guys. But we do know pounds. Weight, I do. This doesn't confuse me. Okay? Because I go by pounds. In regards to weight, I'm used to, I don't know, what's the others? They use kilograms a lot. I know they do. But again, I grew up with the Imperial, and I say I grew up with the Imperial. I don't know why when it comes to liquid volumes, we don't use the Imperial system. But everything else we kind of do. Like length and distance and weight. We use the Imperial system. Kind of crazy. And of course, everybody knows what an ounce is. Especially if you're, stay off drugs, kids. Okay? That's my recommendation. Alright. So there we go. There's some conversion values if you need. Again, skip that. that's it for this. And then we got for you could do this with this chart, right, for good practice if you want. Okay, going, okay, well, how many you go to yourself, oh, how many milliliters is a liter? Okay, how many milliliters is a liter? Okay, oh, liters right there. Milliliters. That's 1, 2, 3 jumps. Okay, it's the same thing, guys. It's really that easy. You're just moving the decimal place. I'm really gonna try to simplify it for you. It's that easy. Forget all about all the extra math. Why they teach people to do that, I don't know. Okay? Again. Some more values. Again, distance. I'm used to feet. I know a mile is 5,280 feet. Again, distance and length. Weight and mass, or weight. We use the imperial system. I'm accustomed to that. I know for myself, like, we'll use meter and yard. I remember a yardstick in school, so I know how long a yardstick is. But a meter stick is roughly the same. Again, you know, there's a 3-inch difference. That's all. Now, if I go meter to yards, right? 1 meter is a yardstick. A yardstick is a little bit longer, like 1/10 longer. What is that? It's like a 32nd longer. Maybe less. I don't know. I'm just estimating it. How long is a meter in feet? Right, a meter to feet, yeah. It's 1 meter is 3.5. Sorry, guys. 3.28. So that's roughly 3 foot 3 inches, and I don't know, 3/8 or something like that. It's close. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's pretty much it gonna be for that, guys. That's all time and such. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of capacity and volume. Again, you just kind of need to have an understanding, and then being able to kind of convert back and forth. Again, this is the metric system, so I mean, you might as well just learn it, right? Okay, guys? Just dig in and learn it, right? Support you over here. Hopefully that helped you. Next video, we're going to go into talking about temperature. Okay? Of course, you know, this is the imperial system, and this is the metric system. Okay? And then we'll talk about the conversions, and we'll get some rough numbers in our head so we have an idea. All right, so that's it. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll see you guys next video. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an awesome day wherever you are. Appreciate you. Johnny Whiskey Tango Sharp. Yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Take care, guys.